Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy DC coming back with another bullseye of a video here today on the channel. I want to show you guys how you can make your vocals blend into the beat professionally, okay? So if you guys do want your vocals to sit in the beat properly, it's gonna take more than one thing. It's gonna take more than one trick. But with this video, you guys are gonna have what you need to get those things that sound how you want it to in the mix. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And down below, check out the website. The link's down below, okay? Engage with those and go ahead and grab a free preset and check out the website. Check out the vocal templates, the plugin presets, the mastering presets, and the courses. And let's get to it right now, okay? And let's go. Let's listen to the track.
Hey, running back up by my lonely, really I'm like that. How I look, you can tell I get money, bitch I'm flexing, they don't like that. All night flights I'm rolling, whoa, then I'm right back. Hustling paper, chasing 24/7, bitch I'm like that. Running back up by my lonely, really I'm like that. How I look, you can tell I get money, bitch I'm flexing, they don't like that. All night flights I'm rolling, whoa, then I'm right back. Hustling paper, chasing 24/7, bitch I'm like that. I got too much sauce, I'm way too fly, I got jerk this spare, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't second guess, I move with faith, don't feel no fear, no. I'm ballin' so hard like I got cheat codes, I ain't playing fair, whoa.
All right, so the most important thing is the recording. Like, now that I actually listened to this track, one of the most important things is like the dynamic range, you feel me? Like, we're using the Apollo Twin to record this, as well as the UAD Sphere mic. And honestly, as an engineer, it's your responsibility when the rapper is rapping to coach him and tell him like, yo, you know, you coming up too close to the mic, you're being a little bit too aggressive, and you gotta keep your swag, because those things in the tone is what makes it sound even and it makes it blend to the beat. For example, listen to how just like the overall tone of this section from this section, it kind of makes it sound like it's more on top of the beat.
Whoa, then I'm right back. Hustling paper, chasing 24/7, bitch I'm like that. I got too much sauce, I'm way too fly, I got jerk this spare, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't second guess, I move with faith, don't feel no fear, no. I'm ballin' so hard like I got cheat codes, I ain't playing fair, whoa, whoa.
So it's not necessarily the volume, but more like the frequency, content, and his actual voice. So in a situation like this too, just because this kind of has like a little bit too much body, you could individually EQ it, like, you know, use something like this.
Like that, got too much sauce, I'm way too fly. Like that, got too much sauce, I'm way too fly, got jerk this spare, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't like that, got flexing, they don't like that. All night flights I'm rolling, whoa, then I'm right back. Hustling paper, chasing 24/7, bitch I'm like that. Got too much sauce, I'm way too fly, got jerk this spare, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't second guess, I move with faith.
All right, so that was with it, and let's bypass it.
Hustling paper, chasing 24/7, bitch I'm like that. Got too much sauce, I'm way too fly, got jerk this spare, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't second guess, I move with faith, don't feel.
So just that extra bit of mud only on that specific take kind of makes it feel like it doesn't blend to the vocal because of the actual amount of content, you feel me? Like, you just feel like it's a burger that is double stuffed instead of a single layered burger, which is what you ordered. So guys, if you guys want your vocals to sound professional, you could also book me for a mix and master, but we're gonna keep giving out the sauce for free. But let's see more in this mentality video. You know, that's why the tone is very important. All right, so after that, another great way I like to do it too is like, okay, he's using heavy auto tune, right? We can see that clearly. I like to use a little bit of modulation to get the vocals to blend in a little bit better. So what I'm using here on this track is I'm using the meta flanger on the default preset. I could have threw it on the vocal direct, but just in general though, when you use a little bit of heavy auto tune with a little bit of flanger, that's gonna make that vocal motherfucking blend in.
That how I look, you can tell I get money, bitch I'm flexing, they don't like that. All night flights I'm rolling, whoa, then I'm right back. Hustling paper, chasing 24/7, bitch I'm like that. Got too much sauce, I'm way too fly, got jerk this spare, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't second guess, I move with faith, don't feel no fear, no. I'm ballin' so hard like I got cheat codes, I ain't playing fair, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm thanking God, cause I seen the bottom, I ain't staying there, let's go. I done one switched up how I move, and it got them all mad, got them feeling some type of way. Starving, I ain't had no food, so I had to do something, so we all see a brighter day. Finna get right today, finna go and drop a bad today, finna go and get high today.
So it creates a little bit of fuzziness. That's something that a lot of people also get wrong too, is they think that every song needs to have the vocals on top of the beat. And the most important thing is you got to listen to the way the rapper's rapping. Because the rapper is kind of like a doctor. You know, he gonna write a motherfucking prescription for what the mix needs, you know? And in this situation, we hear like, I really am like that. Oh, nice lights on. Really am like. So that kind of like that vocal tone automatically tells you, yo, this shit gotta sit back. You feel me? Because he's like, I'm rolling, yeah. You just think, you imagine him rolling in a car. You feel me? Just rolling in the car, relaxing and vibing. So you let the imagery write a prescription, and then you take that motherfucker to the Walgreens or the CVS, which is the vocal chain, and you fill that prescription, all right, with every mixing move that you make. You know, I seen somebody try to say, well, you got to go in there and mix the beat. You got to cut out the frequencies like this. And I'm like, dude, you know, I'm starting to think that like some people, they don't even want to sound good, you know? Like some people, they don't want to sound good, and I could understand that some rappers, they don't want to sound good. They just want to have the engineer fuck up the song so they could be like, man, you know, like that's why I could never blow up, because the engineer could never make it sound right. You know, when you got engineers like me here giving y'all this shit every day, but that's something you don't want to do, man. You don't want to EQ the beat, because when you EQ the beat and stuff like that, you're gonna fuck up the phase of the drums. Like, you know, it's not gonna sound right. It's gonna sound like there's a hole in the mix. The beat not gonna hit right. That's why you gotta pick a good beat. All right, let's continue with the actual vocal chain itself. Another important way to get the vocals to sit back in the mix is by using like a multibanda compressor.
Ran it back up by my lonely. Really, I'm like that. How I look, you can try to get money, go to sleep. I'll be plotting out my next move. When I wake up early morning, already know what I'm finna go do. I'm on a mission to this paper. Yeah, I feel like Tom Cruise. Been a while since I was broke, even longer since I pressed snooze. If you really tryna get this cash and you can't be lazy, gotta get off your ass. Slow money better than no money. Don't lose your life while you tryna get it fast. There's many different ways you could grow money. That's some shit they ain't teach us in class. I'ma get on a brand new wave, elevate, lead a fuck shit in the past. 24/7, bitch, I'm like that. Every night before I go to sleep, I'll be plotting out my next move. When I wake up.
Also, if you wanted to make this even smoother, you could use the opto mode. But most importantly, you see how we're controlling the individual sections of the vocal to really get it to be even. And because like the dynamic control is there, like there's not too much energy in one area, that's what helps the vocals sit in the beat as well, not necessarily EQing the fucking beat. You could EQ the beat, but if the vocal's still popping and like the transients are still jumping all over the place, that's still gonna make the vocal always sound like it's on top of the on top of the beat. Another great thing I would also use too is like a transient designer. I would definitely use like Neutron 5 transient shaper. If you want to get your vocal to blend even more in the beat, you gotta use a transient designer. You could even use Spiff, but this is just so easy. Just pull back a little bit of transients on the vocal.
I go to sleep, I'll be plotting out my next move. When I wake up early morning, already know what I'm finna go do. I'm on a mission to this paper. Yeah, I feel like Tom Cruise. Been a while since I was broke, even longer since I pressed snooze. If you really tryna get this cash and you can't be lazy, gotta get off your ass. Slow money better than no money. Don't lose your life. I go to sleep, I'll be plotting out my next move. When I wake up early morning, already know what I'm finna go do. I'm on a mission to this paper. Yeah, I feel like Tom Cruise. Been a while since I was broke, even longer since I pressed snooze. If you really tryna get this cash.
Now press snooze, it's been a while since I pressed snooze. Like those spikes on the back of Browser from Mario games, like now those spikes are kind of like gone. So Browser, he's not that dangerous no more. You feel me? Like the vocal's not as harsh too. So this makes the vocal smoother and less harsh, because now those like those little transients, now they starting to come back, helping the vocal sit back into the mix, helping the vocal feel more blended in the track. That shit is super subtle.
I go to sleep, I'll be plotting out my next move. When I wake up early morning, already know what I'm finna go do. I'm on a mission to this paper. Yeah, I feel like Tom Cruise. Been a while since I was broke, even longer since I pressed snooze. If you really tryna get this cash and you can't be lazy, gotta get off your ass. Slow money better than no money. Don't lose your life while you tryna get it fast. There's many different ways you could grow money. That's some shit they ain't teach it.
To me, I don't want to gas myself up, but the most impressive part of this mix is the fact that that shit is recorded so well. And the fact that there's like a RDS. This de-esser is like not even, it's good, but it's not that good to where you would only use one de-esser. But I guess I just coached my friends so well that like you don't really hear no harshness on this mix. But at the same time, we use the Sony C800 emulation, so it sounds super bright. That's what I like about this recording. So that's the most important thing too. Like we picked the right microphone emulation with the Sony C800, so the vocals is living in that upper part. And we're listening to the drums too, like the drums and the vocal, the transient's not really adding up to too much harshness.
Ran it back up by my lonely, yeah. Really, I'm like that. How I look, you can try to get money. Bitch, I'm flexing, they don't like that. All night flights, I'm rolling, whoa. Then I'm right back. Hustling paper, chasing 24/7. Bitch, I'm like that. Run it back up by my lonely, yeah. Really, I'm like that. How I look, you can try to get money. Bitch, I'm flexing, they don't like.
Also a bit of consistent compression, because even though the waveform is all lined up, the vocals are still blending to the beat, because we still got a little bit of compression from the C4, a little bit of compression from this, and even the Waves vocal writer. I like this shit too right here to get my vocals to be super, you know.
Ran it back up by my lonely, yeah. Really, I'm like that. How I look, you can try to get money. Bitch, I'm flexing, they don't like that. All night flights, I'm rolling, whoa. Then I'm right back. Hustling paper, chasing 24/7. Bitch, I'm like that.
So it's a little bit of everything, because look how even I got the Waves writer. It's really just staying on 3. So like my vocals already balanced. It's really just really like that. It's really giving a little bit of that springboard, like Rey Mysterio off the top fucking rope.
Ran it back up by my lonely, yeah. Much sauce, I'm way too fly, got jerked this spell, whoa. I don't second guess, I move with faith, don't feel no fear, no. I'm ballin' so hard like I got cheat codes, I ain't playing fair, whoa. I'm thanking God, cause I seen the bottom, I ain't staying there, let's go. I done went switch the how I move, and it got them all mad, got them feeling some type of way. Starving, I ain't had no food, so I had to do something,
So if you know this plugin, you would know that it doesn't really do that. Like you see how it's only staying on 3 and 4? That's because the actual vocal is actually balanced before it even went into that motherfucker, you know? So that's the most important thing. I just showed a bunch of different ways to, you know, get the vocals to blend in with the beat. Don't fucking EQ the beat. Don't EQ the beat. Do not EQ the beat. Trust me. Don't even use track spacer. Because when you do that, first of all, you're not learning how to mix. But then it's never gonna actually sound good. It's always gonna sound like weird. Like it's never gonna sound like the vocal and the shit actually fits together. Pick a good beat. Make sure your shit is actually leveled before it goes in. If you gotta manually level it, or just use one compressor, a 1 to 2 dB. Make sure that you also use maybe a little bit of flanger or phaser to give a little bit of smeared wobbliness, so it can sit back into the track. Also, make sure you use a multi-band compressor, or you know, like really low ratio compression that doesn't attack peak energy, but like a belly energy. You feel me? It does the liposuction. It sucks the overall mid-range girth and body, so it gives everything to sit back, and that's how you get your vocal to sound blended to the beat. You know, this is information that could help you guys actually sound good. So support the channel. Okay, this is not none of that cap. This is a no cap zone. This is the zone that we're gonna help you guys level up your vocal sound. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Support the channel by booking a mix, or checking out the website down below, grabbing a vocal template that will already make you sound blended into the beat, grabbing a plugin preset, mastering course, or you know, grabbing one of the free presets. Appreciate y'all now. Peace.